Hello and welcome to Daybreak Fraser Valley Weekend. I'm Cari Moore.
And I'm Kelli Paddon. And guess what? This week is Friday the 13th, but not so scary.
You know what else it is? It's Father's Day on Sunday. I didn't even realize it until I read the script.
Okay, no worries. We will get you all prepped. We have two great guests again this week. You're going to hear from Hayley Tarrant from Chilliwack Pride.
And actor Geoff Edwards, also representing Creative Third Thursdays.
Yeah, plus our interview with Iryna Kobets, who will be discussing her Ukrainian film Fundraiser event, Night of Life to the Limit, coming up next Friday.
And we get Natalie Bedard is back with another Total Wellness segment sponsored by Rivercrest Contracting.
So much this week. We hope we don't make you late for work because that would be unlucky.
That'll be perfect for our first Friday the 13th Father's Day weekend episode coming up on Daybreak Fraser Valley Weekend.
Welcome back, and I am excited to hear what you did on the weekend. It was gorgeous.
It was gorgeous. The air conditioning didn't start working till Monday, so that was lovely.
Okay.
But it's working now, so that's nice. And the pool was like 84. So we spent a lot of time out in the backyard, hanging out with the kids. It was lovely. I bought the grandkids a little kiddie pool, and they just loved it.
Oh, that's so fantastic. So you were sweating. That's what you did.
I did. Nice mister on. It was lovely. Yeah.
All right. I was getting my dog. My dog had surgery.
Oh.
She was spayed. So have your pet spayed or neutered.
The little one?
The little one. And so we got her summer themed. We got her a nice watermelon donut.
I saw the pictures. So it was very cute.
It is pretty cute.
Yeah.
And started working on my next project at work. But it was a great weekend. It was nice
lovely.
to just...
It was hard to get anything done.
Just be still and enjoy your people and the weather and nap. I like it when it's just warm enough you can nap.
Yes. Or it's slightly cold and you can just hang out in your hammock with the cold air above your nose.
I feel like I need to get a hammock.
Yeah,
okay.
You do.
So, do we want to dig into the news?
Yes,
because I'm really excited about the guests. So,
let's get into the news.
Let's dig into it. Yeah. So, first, Fraser Valley. So, the Conservancy's Saving Water contest begins soon.
And this is stage 2 of their Conserving Water program.
First one was composting. This one is water. Next one is electricity. So it's happening coming up soon. There's going to be the info session, I think, June 24th.
And the first 50 people to register get a little water saving kit.
Yeah.
So that's kind of fun.
Anyone in the Fraser Valley Regional District area can participate. So check it out. Google it. But it'll be fun.
Totally fun.
I think it'll be fun. Yeah.
Good news about the missing teen in Abbotsford. Been located. So that's good. Came down from Kamloops.
Yeah, and it's really fantastic. So the police hadn't actually made a statement, but the power of social media and getting the word out. So they've been found, and that's really great. Yeah.
This is kind of fun.
Yeah. So the Mayor of Charlotte, accepted the Mayor of Abbotsford's challenge around the Calder Cup finals. So they start tonight, which is exciting. But when Abbotsford wins, then the Mayor of Charlotte will have to wear one of our jerseys and congratulate the team on social media. And
proof. She's got to get it out there. Yeah.
In the very unlikely event that we don't win, the opposite is true.
Yeah.
So game starts tonight. Make sure you check it out. It's best of 7.
Yes.
Yeah.
And this is kind of scary. There was a small plane crash in the Chilliwack field just by press, which makes sense because if he was going for the runway, it's fairly close, but that's terrifying. You
know what I noticed when I was reviewing the news for the week is this is our 12th episode. So yay, 12th. We've spoken about plane crashes
a few
times.
Yeah.
So
what is up, Chilliwack?
I don't know, but I haven't heard about any casualties or injuries.
Yeah. It landed upside down, but I think everybody was okay.
I hope so. Yeah. So I don't know. But I hope so. But some good news in Chilliwack is the Chilliwack Chiefs Barry Douglas won the BCHL Marketing Award again.
For the third time. He tied this year, but for the third time. So congratulations, Barry. You're doing a great job.
Yeah, it really stuck in my head too because sometimes we get questions about how do I get this job for when I grow up or this job? Well, Barry started out, he was the voice, right?
And he just worked his way up.
Yeah,
it's just been the constant there, which is amazing.
All paths can lead to greatness if you put the work in, right? So congratulations, Barry, on the award.
We're also happy to know, and this is more than once, that we've talked about, sinkholes, closed the Coquihalla Highway over the weekend, which really upset my friend because she was coming down. So it took her 4 hours to get to a tournament here.
It would have upset her more if she
Had hit the hole.
had hit the sinkhole.
That's what she said.
Yeah. So, yeah, because we talked about another one near
Hope as well.
So
a lot of water.
I don't know what's happening in Hope. It just, the bottom's dropping out. But, yeah.
Yeah, not
glad it's resolved for now.
Yeah.
So in Langley, a man was charged with arson after a barn caught flames with animals inside.
I know, it's horrible.
Some of the animals were left, but it's
They
very...
got as many out as they could.
The whole situation, though, is kind of telenovela because, like, he's also been charged with assault. Like, there was an assault involved in, leading up to the fire. It all sounds very dramatic. I'm hoping more details come out, and I'm hoping that, he's in custody. If there's help that he needs, I hope he's getting it.
Exactly. 2 girls were assaulted by a masked man in Mission. This was a little terrifying. He ended up stealing one of their phones. So I hope they're tracking the phone and finding him.
Yeah.
Because you can do that.
These were like 15 or 16-year-old girls.
Masked.
And a masked man.
He was actually going for their scooters. Trying to knock them off a scooter.
Okay. Times are tough,
rude.
but...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on. Girls, really.
Okay. So... After the break, our first guest, Hayley Tarrant of Chilliwack Pride, will be with us, and I'm excited to talk to her. So we'll be right back. Welcome back, and welcome, Hayley. So, Hayley Tarrant, Hayley Tarrant, Hayley Tarrant.
It's whatever you want it to be.
I like to hold.
All right.
Well, it's actually Tarrant.
Tarrant.
Yes.
Okay.
Like parent, okay.
Fantastic. Really excited to have you here.
I'm so happy to be here.
So, what brings you to Chilliwack? Who are you, and why do we love you?
Well, what brings me to Chilliwack? Well, I immigrated to Canada, to British Columbia in 2007. And my family and I, we lived in Surrey, we lived in Hope, and during that time we made a lot of great friendships and connections throughout the Fraser Valley and in Vancouver. But then our work took us to El Paso, Texas, and we worked on the US-Mexico border, helping asylum seekers who were seeking refuge there. And then we moved to Poland to start a cafe there, and with an organization that had hired us. And then the war in Ukraine started, and so we put all of the business ideas on hold, and then just opened the space as a community center and a refuge for Ukrainian folks who were fleeing from danger, fleeing the war. And then that work came to a sudden and tragic end, and we were faced with the challenge of finding a new location for our family. And so we reached out to various friends and family throughout Canada, the UK, and the US, and one of our really good friends here in Chilliwack said, "Hey, we've got a rental house, the tenant is moving out, and you guys are welcome to come and land here." And so we did, and that was July 2023. And so we landed, and I started looking for work in the immigration sector, because that's where a lot of my passion lies. And I got a job at Chilliwack Community Services as a settlement worker in schools. So I work with immigrants and refugees and all newcomers who are trying to settle here in Chilliwack. So
Yeah, cool. Great.
That's fantastic. Yeah. So community leadership, community connection,
All the fun
community
stuff.
inclusion.
Yes.
Yeah.
You've got another fun thing
Yeah.
that you do as
I
well.
do.
It's on theme. It's on theme.
It's all about fun. It's all about joy and inclusion, and it's called the Chilliwack Pride Society. And it's been one of the best groups that I've ever decided to be a part of. And it gives me and the other members of the society and the board members an opportunity to really reach a particular group of people here in Chilliwack who are often overlooked or marginalized, or feel they don't have a voice or a say, or they can't be themselves. And we get to support them and give them a platform. And one of those ways to celebrate what makes Chilliwack so beautiful and vibrant is through the Pride Festival, which is happening on July 13th. Nice. And so our team and volunteers were amping up for that and looking for collaborators and sponsorships.
Wow. And that's in downtown Chilliwack, right?
Yeah, it's going to be here at the Central Park. And we're taking over the area, and it's family friendly. It's going to be colorful and joyful and happy, and we're going to have amazing vendors, local artisans.
Is there entertainers again this year?
Yes, there will be amazing drag queens and drag kings, musicians, and we're really excited about having Queer as Funk headlining our event as a musical guest, and yeah, it's gonna be a really great celebration for all of Chilliwack.
It's always a good time.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
So, and thousands and thousands and thousands of people come just for the festival.
Yes.
So, I heard some magic words in there. So June is Pride Month.
It is.
And we know that there are lots of allies across the Fraser Valley. And I heard you say looking for partners. So this event doesn't throw itself.
No.
So whether it's corporate sponsors or people who want to donate and help make this happen, how do they get in touch with you to send you a check?
Well, that's a great question. So if they want to get in touch with me, they can email me at my actual email address for the Pride Society, which is community@chilliwackpride.com. And you can mention that you would really like to get involved as a sponsor. We're looking for monetary contributions. We're looking for in-kind contributions. And also collaborations. So if you're a business and you're thinking, wow, I would love to have a Pride-themed drink to offer for either on festival day or for a week or for however long, I would love to be able to talk with you and see, throw out some ideas and get excited. And part of what I love about being the community outreach director is that I love working with people that are dreamers. And everybody that started a business is a dreamer. So they dreamt it and they did it. And those are the people I want to connect with because that's so much of who I am too. And so then when we get together, our energy gets all built up and we can start talking about some really cool ways to connect and to celebrate all of those who make Chilliwack amazing. And I do want to emphasize monetary sponsorships because the festival would not be free for our community if it wasn't for our sponsors.
Yes.
And I mean, the funding, it can be $100, it could be $10,000. We have a package for
won't turn anything away.
We won't turn anything away, and there's no gift that's too small, honestly.
And for a free event, it is amazing the things that you allow to happen downtown. It wouldn't happen without you guys, and it is an amazing day.
Yeah, and it wouldn't happen without all that support from
and the sponsors
from the business
and the
community.
volunteers.
And those volunteers, they are awesome. And we'd love to show our volunteers even more love by being able to provide them with gift vouchers and things like that from our restaurants or our businesses. And so if that strikes a chord with you, if you're a business owner and you're like, hey, I would love to offer 50% off of this drink or 10% off this slice of pizza, we would be so game to take that and to accept that and offer that to our volunteers as some love and appreciation.
I think that's perfect, and it's a perfect way. I'm seeing lots of people on social media, lots of businesses on social media posting about Pride Month. So let's get involved and support Chilliwack Pride Society. I'm really excited for July 13th. I can't wait.
I'm very excited too.
Thanks so much for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
So after the break, we're going to meet Geoff Edwards, who's going to fill us in all about Creative Thursdays and everything else he is involved in, because he's involved in a lot.
It's pretty amazing.
It is. We'll see you. Welcome back to the show. With us now is Geoff Edwards. Geoff, yours is a very interesting story, a life in media. So let's talk about that. You started, when did you start? Because you're from Chilliwack.
Yeah, I moved to Chilliwack when I was 10 years old with my parents. We immigrated from England. I got into broadcasting when I was 15.
Wow. Sports?
No.
Interviews?
I did the all-night show as a summer student. I still went to high school, but I did the all-night show at CHWK, which was a
I
Yes,
remember
it
that.
was.
it was an AM radio station in Chilliwack. Sadly departed. It's gone now. But so that's where I started. 1978, though, which is some years later. I was in my early 20s. I actually got a job in radio at CHWK.
Oh, well.
So
paid you
that's
back.
where I started.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you've been kind of doing it on and off ever since?
Well, it's funny because I when I got into radio, it was like a leg into the entertainment industry in my naive sort of way. I thought radio was a good entry level to the entertainment media, and I always had a real keen interest in acting and doing anything in drama in high school, and that seemed to be the closest logical step for me, being in Chilliwack. And so that's what I did, and I stayed with broadcasting for a bunch of years up to 1986. I was still on the air in Chilliwack, and in 1984 I'd taken a job. So I had two jobs. I was working at CBC, hosting a national radio show for them, and then by 1986 I'd kind of phased out of Chilliwack and was working in Vancouver and had a couple of jobs down there. So I worked at CKVU, did a TV show there for a bit, and always had this keen interest in acting for the screen. So as I got older, I thought that itch was there, but it was just so difficult to do that from Chilliwack because, you needed to drive to Vancouver to do an audition, which, as we all know, it's not the easiest thing to do, to drive to Vancouver, and it takes a lot of your day. And if you're trying to earn a living doing other things, that makes it very difficult to do.
Yeah.
But then this awful thing happened, which turned out to be a good thing. It's called the pandemic. And for me, that meant that the casting directors were now looking at self-taped auditions. So a lot of people took it in mixed ways. Some people liked it, some people hated it. Some actors wanted that feedback from the director in the audition situation. But for me, already equipped to do media production from my home, it was like, okay,
Perfect.
now I'm ready.
Well, and
I can do
radio
that.
probably set you up really well because you were used to kind of speaking into people's homes and cars, but without getting that feedback. So
Yeah, well, to me, I try to be me on camera or with broadcasting anyway. When you listen to me on the radio, it was me. It wasn't some actor. But what's really interesting about acting is you get to do this thing where you become a character. And to me, that's what I wanted to do when I started out. I wanted to get into entertainment. I wanted to be on the screen. So here I am, an older guy in his late 60s and finally living my dream. So
That's amazing.
fantastic. All right.
So you're also doing something totally creative
yeah.
and different.
Yeah.
Would you like to tell us about that?
Well, I've been on the Chilliwack Creative Commission for a bunch of years, which is a subcommittee of SEPCO, the Chilliwack Economic Partners Corporation. And I've been there quite a while, actually. It used to be called...
Holding it together.
It used to be the Film Commission, and now it's called the Chilliwack Creative Commission. And we do a couple of events, a chillcouture event every year that we bring a bunch of people that, you've seen that format.
Yep. The speaking slides.
Yes, the
Moving on.
speaking
Yeah.
slides format. So we do that every year. And the other thing that's really important is a monthly event we call Creative Third Thursdays.
And that's the third Thursday of every month, right?
Good guess.
Yes, I know.
Creative name.
Yeah, so Creative Third Thursdays is an opportunity to get a bunch of creative people in a room together. We were trying to start conversations. We're trying to stimulate collaborations and things within Chilliwack. And so if creative people come to town, they know, there is a community.
spot
I
for
can
you,
find
yeah.
a community here, right? So that's what Creative Third Thursdays is about. And I've been off for a while. I'm back hosting it starting on June 19th. So it's very timely that you guys invited me to come and talk to you today. And we've got a Juno Award-winning electronic dance music creator.
Okay.
He is our featured creative this time. So that's what we do. We try to bring in somebody from the community that's functionally working in the creative industry in some way. Filmmaking. We've had a film editor recently by the name of Graham Fortin. Worked on a pretty serious feature film called Long Legs. He was an editor on that film. We had Nicholas Humphreys, who is also a film director, movies of the week and that sort of thing, Christmas movies. So he's also from Chilliwack, Sardis graduate. And so our electronic dance music guy is lives in Garrison Crossing, and when he was nominated for a Juno in 2021, I was like, so we got to get this guy to Creative Third Thursday. But I had no way of getting a hold of him. So
You found him.
I just listened. I found him. Yeah. So anyway, that's our guest on June 19th.
You followed
Teen
the techno
Days. Teen Days is the name that he
And what
uses.
time is it on?
So Creative Third Thursdays is on the third Thursday of the month, as you mentioned. It is at 5 o'clock at Co-work Chilliwack in the Studio C, where they have a production
Is that
studio.
still on Harvard Place?
At Harvard Place, yeah. So, but if you want to get tickets, they're free. You get them at creativethirdthursdays.com.
Okay. And they do sell out because you have a limited space.
Well, not always.
Not sell out, but give out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That we only have 49 tickets to give out.
But it's going to grow because you've been here.
Well,
We're very popular.
Yes.
All right. So, what is give us one highlight, one awesome thing that you've taken away from one of those Thursdays so that people know I belong here. This is the kind of thing I would like.
It's more like a vibe. Like you've got people that are new
Like-minded.
people coming into the room, and there's quite often quite a mix of people. And to me, it's like it's an important thing to have a community, right? And so that's what I take away from it. We're building a community, and it's been going for quite a few years. So we've served a lot of free beer.
Note.
right.
Yes. And so is it for adults only? Can't be a minor?
No, we also have soft drinks.
Okay.
That's fantastic. Okay, that's my favorite answer of the whole show today.
Yeah, exactly. Well, thank you for being on the show, Geoff. I've learned a little bit more, lots more about you. Happy Father's Day.
Oh, thank you. That's right.
After the break, we'll have Natalie Bedard with a Total Wellness segment sponsored by Rivercrest Contracting. And then our interview with...
Iryna Kobets, who is having the fundraiser with the Ukrainian film premiering on next Friday at the Chilliwack Cultural Centre. That was a tongue twister. Stick with us, and we'll also be sharing our picks for what to do Father's Day this weekend. Welcome back. With me today is my new friend Iryna, and she is a newcomer from Ukraine. And welcome so much to Daybreak.
Thank you so much for having me here. Thank you so much for inviting.
It's fantastic to have you. Can you tell the viewers a little bit about yourself? You've been in Chilliwack for almost a year now, right?
Well, I relocated to Chilliwack in the end of July last year, and I relocated as a thousand of other Ukrainians, just finding myself, finding my life here in Canada. The war is push more than 12 million Ukrainians to relocate it. This is why I am here.
Okay, well, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're well. And what do you think of Chilliwack so far? I know we have a growing Ukrainian population, and I'm always so happy to hear how things are going. But how are you finding it?
Well, Chilliwack for me, I already shared it with many of my Canadian friends. This is a piece of Switzerland in Canada. I love the community. Everyone is so welcoming. Everyone is so supportive. And this always melt in my heart if the people know that I am in Ukraine, that always asking the question and always asking about how is your family, how is your relative, what's going on. Unbelievable kind community. And I would like to say that this community of kindness and action.
Excellent. Well, that's a good legacy, kindness and action. But you're here for a specific reason, because there's a big event coming up, right? To raise funds for Ukraine?
Yes. It will be the first event for the local community, first of all. We bring to Chilliwack Cultural Centre one of the best documentary movie from Ukraine. Those documentaries receive numbers of different awards, and the filmmaker received the Oscar. And those movie and the story about not just those two filmmakers, but this is about why in Ukraine. about how resilience help our community united, and about the spirit of Ukraine. And in addition to screening the documentary, we have a lovely art exhibition. We have more than 16 pieces of art, which will be presented for sale for the local community, and all the cost going to humanitarian support for Ukraine.
All right, so a fundraiser for humanitarian support for Ukraine. You have award-winning documentary. You have an arts exhibit, and all of this at the Chilliwack Cultural Centre, and that's next Friday, right?
Oh, no, it will be in one Friday. It will be 20th of June.
June 20th.
Yes.
Great. So that is really exciting. How can people get tickets?
People can go to website of Chilliwack Cultural Centre, or simply you can Google just Life of the Limit to the Limit Chilliwack, and you will find the tickets on the website. And in addition, I would like to say that we have a numbers of business leaders, community leaders, and specifically manager of the Chilliwack support our event, and we lucky to have him. And during the event, he will be opening the ceremony in this event.
Okay, so it's really exciting. Chilliwack Cultural Centre, June 20th. Tickets are still available. Check out the award-winning documentary, all in support of humanitarian aid in Ukraine, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much for coming and sharing, and I'm so glad that you're part of community, and it's wonderful to hear from you.
Thank you so much for inviting, and thank you, such kind community here in Chilliwack, to have us here. Thank you.
All right, we will be right back.
Hi again, it's Natalie Bedard, fitness, nutrition, and mindset coach. And today I want to talk more about digestion. It's actually a really overlooked, important part of your overall fitness, nutrition, and wellness routine. So what happens when your digestion isn't really working as it should? We have trouble absorbing our nutrients. So that can affect our energy, our hormones, our mood, overall well-being. It can also have an impact on our immune system. So digestion is really, really important. And before we go and diagnose ourselves with digestion problems, this is something that you would want to go to your doctor with if you suspect that you have digestive issues. But there are a few things that you can do before you take that next step. So here are the steps. Step 1, chew your food thoroughly. Digestion starts in the mouth, so you want to take your time to chew your food. A lot of us eat on the run, so be mindful, chew thoroughly. One way to help you do this is to think about putting your fork or your knife or your spoon down in between bites. Number 2, walk after a meal. Doesn't have to be an hour-long walk. 10-minute walk. Moving your body after eating really does help with digestion. And number 3, drink adequate amount of water. So half your body weight in ounces of water is really a good place to start. And also make sure you're getting enough fiber. So fiber that you're getting from your fruits, your vegetables, grains, legumes. Aim for 25 grams minimally, 25 to 35 grams on average. But if you're really under eating fiber, don't jump up there right away. Gradually increase by 5 grams a day. See how your body adjusts, and then you can slowly increase again until you get to around that 25 gram per day mark. So try those first. And like I said, if you feel like you do have serious digestive problems, don't self-diagnose. Go see your doctor, take it from there. Moving forward, next time, we're going to talk a little more about the mindset behind fitness and nutrition, specifically starting with self-sabotage.
Welcome back. What a show. I think this might be our longest one yet.
Yep. Hopefully everybody's hanging in there.
Yeah. Two guests, Hayley Tarrant of Chilliwack Pride and Geoff Edwards of Creative Third Thursday.
Yes. And our interview with Iryna Kobets and Total Wellness with Natalie. That's so cool.
Okay, we crammed a lot into this before anybody even has to head to work, so that's efficient.
I found I had to talk a little bit faster. How about you? To get it all in?
Yeah. On that note, what are you up to this Father's Day weekend?
Well, we're going to celebrate Father's Day, but you're going to do something really special, aren't you?
I am. So my baby is graduating. So GW parents, tonight's the night. And I know Barris, your daughter's graduating too in the back over there. So excellent. Congratulations to the grads. Have a safe night.
Exactly. Yeah.
But jumping into Father's Day, in Abbotsford, our pick for Father's Day is to toast Dad with a weekend of local flavors. So you can pack a picnic and head to Tave's Estate Cidery for their Father's Day picnic on Sunday, which comes complete with cider and cozy farm vibes.
Or if he's a little bit of a whiner, if he likes wine, Canada State Winery is hosting live music tonight, Saturday and Sunday, which is perfect.
That is perfect. All right. In Chilliwack, the pick is at Evergreen Hall. So if Dad's up for it, the Chilliwack Grand Summer Market. It's free to get in, and you can get handcrafted treasures and some gourmet goodies. And that's a perfect way to start thinking about summer, which starts next weekend.
And good luck if you can get your husband to a craft fair. He's a keeper. In Langley, the pick is all about wine at Township 7's South Langley Vineyard for the annual Father's Day Wine and Swine event.
Wine and swine.
It's $35 and you get 3 wines plus swine-inspired bites. So I assume we're talking something fancy and not pork rinds, but I love a fancy pork rind.
You can make a pork rind fancy. Sounds good. Might have to
Travel
be
there.
one to travel
Yeah.
to. Yeah. All right. In Mission, a classic car show for Father's Day. Yeah. So what is it with guys in their cars?
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, this one benefits Mission Firefighters
Which is
Charitable
great.
Society. Old Car Sunday is a giant car show at Fraser River Heritage Park, and they hold it every Father's Day. So it's
Which
a
is kinda
tradition.
cool.
Yeah.
Fun. Okay, our producer Barris is now waving his arms, so I think it's time to just end it already.
He can get a little
A
impatient.
little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, but it's okay because Grace, our director, she's got our backs. She knows his pressure points, so we're all good.
All right, and we probably shouldn't give him too hard of a time. It's his Father's Day too.
Yeah.
All right, so let's cut him some slack.
Okay. I'm a little impatient for the weekend to start, so let's wish everyone a fabulous Fraser Valley Father's Day weekend.
Okay, was that you doing it, or are you saying we should do it now?
I think we just did it.
All right,
Happy Fraser Valley weekend again.